Gotta go.
Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
What's this one?
Oh, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis. Hey, look at these radical colors, huh?
Wow, Sonic's fast, too.
No, over here.
I like Genesis, and it costs a lot less.
Wait, kid, that game
I'll
there.
take Sonic and Genesis.
I knew that.
Sonic the Hedgehog. More action, more speed. Sega Genesis. It's a whole lot more for less.
Sega introduces Spider-Man with real web-slinging action. New Streets of Rage. You control 40 incredible moves.
Gotta get Genesis like nothing ever before. Genesis is so much more.
Sega Genesis gives you more real villains, hot graphics, and killer two-player action.
Genesis.
It's a whole lot more.
Genesis. Gotta get Genesis.
President of Hag. Danita Stokes, president of Hag.
It's bad enough that Sega Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really does my doilies. They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister? And about his attitude. Smarty pants. Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh! Little brat!
Sonic the Hedgehog. Now included when you buy a Genesis system.
Hey! What's happening, everybody? How's it going?
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, my dude?
Oh, not much. It's Sunday. Woo!
We made it. We
made it another week.
Another
Yes.
Sunday. What is up, Bussy and Choco and Cosmic and Evil Armor, who is also Unknown Vegan, who is also
Guardian Geist.
Guardian Geist, who was also anything else? He was there.
I'm not sure. All those names. Hello.
Yes, and is now Evil Armor. What's up, everybody? I am Slippy.
And I'm Foxy. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Guardian Heroes. No, that's not right. I was thinking of Guardian Heroes, the Sega Saturn game, right?
Yeah, that's a great Saturn game.
It
Maybe
is.
someday we'll play it here, you know. But
who made that
yeah.
game? Do you know who made Guardian
Oh.
Heroes?
Oh, I should know this.
Yeah, who made that? Without Googling it, who knows who made Guardian
As
Heroes on Sega Saturn?
As I hear you typing.
Yeah, I'm allowed.
Don't Google it.
I'm allowed to ask. I'm allowed to. I'll tell you what, though. I am very surprised at who makes that game as I see who makes it. Does anybody know who makes Guardian Heroes?
I'm not using my phone.
You're not using your phone?
I figured it was. I wanted to make sure it was, so.
Yeah, they are just they are a treasure of a company as far as I'm concerned.
Color Tree. You mean like Color Dreams?
Yes, RVK.
The NES.
RVK is right. It was Treasure.
Yes, it was. I had a feeling it was Treasure, but I had to double check.
JN.
So I cheated.
Yeah, but no, Scanline Heroes. So here we are. We're at the field of the Scanline Heroes. There's wild animals around us, of course. Level up. So what's happening? How was your weekend? How was your week? What's been going on?
Oh, it's been a long weekend here. I had yesterday most of it off, so I played just a bunch of games with people. Did a bunch of challenges with Cosmic, actually.
Nice.
He kicked my butt.
What'd you guys do?
Well, we kept choosing games off and on here and there, and all the games he chose, I sucked at. So,
How much
I look
bump and
forward
jump?
to no bump and jump, but we did play a couple Atari games, and one game I'm looking forward to, maybe in the high score here at some point. What is it? Roadrunners Death Valley Rally for the Super Nintendo.
Now,
Oh,
I actually
yeah?
said I was watching one of somebody on stream recently, and I said, "Why isn't this game the high score challenge game?"
Really?
But I don't remember what game that was. But
Oh,
there was a
no.
high score. It might have been Turtles 1, but I don't think that's what it was. But it was a game with the score, and I was pretty blown away that it had a score, and I was like, this should be the game. But
Yeah, there were a few games I played yesterday that were the same way, and now I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Well, I know that Evil Armor was there, and I know Cosmic was there. So, if any of you guys remember those games from yesterday?
It might have been Espagol. I don't know, RVK. Escaluda 2. Yeah, time to search the record, Sparky. That's right. It could have been on one of Sparky's streams. He plays a lot of retro. He's been doing a lot. What's up, Sparky? As the Venkmans. The Venkmans stream all the time, you guys. And then they're moving, and we'll be rid of them. No, they're going to be leaving for a little while, unfortunately. But yeah, well, that is awesome, man. That is awesome.
How was your weekend?
My weekend has been nice. I did this and that, you know. Oh, I don't have retro work. It was definitely on somebody's stream, but but my weekend was good though. I woke up too early today to let the dogs out.
Ooh.
Don't let them hear me say
woof,
that.
Woof, woof.
Yeah. But no, it's been a nice day. We finished in my D&D campaign that I play in. Finished the Dragonlance series today, so that was really awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it was just a very long session, but hey, got it done.
It really was, and it's warm in here today. So let me turn the air down. I could be. How about
Fire
you
Shark
guys?
Gorilla.
Hey, Ellie, how's it going? There's Ellie, who writes the most amazing of reviews about games on the almighty blog, the almighty backlog.
Always choosing games that, like, I've played at some point, but, like, it's been such a long time.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's this flashy thing on your monitor screen. It's because of me. You guys see this flashy thing up here on his screen?
Oh,
I can't get it to go away, and I don't know how to get it to go away. So it's just there. It lives there.
I'm a recording. I'm a VHS tape. You know,
That's
the tracking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hit the tracker. You know, so I'm not all blurry and
Exactly. So what did we have last week? We had, of course, we do the same thing every week. We are the most reliable show on Twitch.tv. That's right. And we're like the USPS of shows on Twitch. We never miss a show.
Wow.
Yeah, since we started. And so this past week, we had our high score challenge, playing a little game known as
Jackal.
On the NES.
Or the NES.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
there's an arcade version too.
There is, yes. And then for the video game club, we played
The Ooze
on the Genesis, which was a really, really interesting game.
We will talk about that later, for sure.
Yes, we will. And then we also have the monthly Melee Challenge.
Yes, we are still going on with Gogol 13 for the SG-1000. We have one more week, guys.
1 week left.
This is it. Whoever's on the top this week will win a prize next week.
And now RVK has been on the top for 3 weeks in a row, right?
No, he was toppled by OAS last week.
Oh,
so
okay.
RVK redeemed himself this week. So yeah.
Now,
Can somebody surpass him?
If Choco Smoke were to come in, or Jane Venkman were to come in, or Evil Armor, and get a high score this week, and they beat RVK, and they have the high score come Sunday, they would what? They would win 1 point for participating that week.
Indeed.
And then what else would they win?
They would also win a game off of Steam, Origin, a game from OAS, basically. Steam
That's
key,
right.
or a game key. So you win a free game.
That's
hey,
right.
free
That's
game
right.
for playing the monthly, winning the monthly.
Yep.
Can you do it?
Yep, and it is the SG-1000 Golgo 13. The ROM
Yes.
is available in our Discord for the Scanline Heroes at the very top in the channel that says current games, Scanline Hero games, something to that effect.
Yep, this is our last week of playing it, and it's been interesting.
Oh,
Huh?
Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate you letting me know. Let's fix that.
Okay.
Give me 1 second to fix that then.
Sounds good.
Little Buster. All right. How's that? Is that better? Is that louder for you too? No.
It sounds good. It sounds good for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is for everybody else.
All right. Let me keep going just a little bit. Turn it up here.
No problem.
All
yeah,
right.
Gogo was an interesting one this month. It kind of started off. People were like, "Are we going to like this? Are we going to get into this?"
Right.
And it seems like it picked up pretty well with people. Even the sons of some of our contestants, our challengers, actually participated too.
Now,
They were like, "Oh, I'm not sure if I like this game," and now they can't stop.
You mean RVK 2K?
2K,
right?
Yes.
RVK 2K.
Oh yeah,
You're talking
He
about
earned
now.
He earned an easy point this week. He's kicking my butt in that game.
Yeah, huh? Oh, I dig it. I dig it. I like that. I like to hear that, man. I really do. Well, wow, what a week we had. And his score was high. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. What a week we had then. Here you go, Buster. Have some treats. We throw some treats at Buster as he skedaddles away. Oh, wow. So we're going to get a new high score game this week. We're going to talk about what we thought about the ooms, and we're going to rank it. Remember, everybody, you can view Scanline Heroes at this tiny URL. You can click on that, and you can follow along with the same spreadsheet that we're using. We update it, we do everything, so you just, you look at it, you go, have we played this game? It's right there. It's right there. So
That's happened to me a few times.
Has it? Has it?
I want to play this game, and you guys played it before I was here, so I'm like,
sorry, man.
I missed out. So.
And I think there's a 2-year moratorium, I believe is the word.
What?
2 years, you're not allowed to pick the same game again. So in year 3, you'll be able to repick games from year 1. But so from year 4, you'll get to repick games from year 2, because it'll be 3, 5, 4. I don't know how it works, everybody.
Okay, Mew Mew, who do you want to say an 80s thing? Could be Slippy, could say me. I would say Slippy would know a lot more than I do. What? Me? No!
Foxy.
Oh, what do I say? 80s. Oh no. All right, let's keep going. I'll think of something real quick. How about that?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on. Sorry, Goose. It's time to buzz the tower. Let's hear what you got for the 80s. What 80s thing do you have to say that is related to the 80s that you could possibly say related to the 80s? Anything that may have been said in the 80s.
Okay, the one word that I remember the most from the 80s that picked up so big because of the 80s, cowabunga.
Cowabunga! That's what I had in my head. That's alright. That's what I had.
I was like, come on, brain, think.
Yeah. I was trying to help you out.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Now I'm a little... Alright, now you pull it back now. Pulling it back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went pretty hard on that. Alright, let's pull it back. Pulling it back. We're pulling it back. I don't know what happened, why it miraculously changed. But there we go. Alright, we should be good now, hopefully. Hopefully we're good. I don't know. Hey, thank you, Mew. Thank you. Alright, so... Thank you.
You love the shirts? Haha.
Without further ado, what do you say we get into it then?
Let's go.
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker video game, only on the Genesis system by Sega.
A bear, barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him stronger, faster, softer, better. The new battle tanks, Global Assault. Stronger, faster, better.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
What were you thinking about?
And I've been thinking about this a lot, so much, and this has just been reiterating that as I watch these, is how many just great commercials there used to be for video games. They just don't have they don't have video game commercials anymore. They used to have such awesome video game commercials.
Yeah, they stole from a different one in a sense and made it something amazing like that. We don't get those anymore.
Not at all. We should do something like start a thing to bring back. There we go. We should start something to bring back video game commercials. You know? Oh, I love this thing.
Are you thinking a petition, or are you thinking like...
Maybe Scanline Heroes should evolve into a multimedia corporation, and the idea of the Scanline Heroes multimedia is in fact we start doing TV like commercials for video games, and we could start doing them like for retro games, and then we get noticed by like AAA companies, and they're like, yeah, and we're like, and then they start hiring us to make commercials, because like they don't really have commercials anymore, you know?
That'd be so cool, doing something like a commercial for something that we didn't have one for, and it'd be like, the Battle of Olympus for the NES.
Yeah.
But it would, or something, you know, just like Fazanadu or Fexanadu or however you pronounce it, you know.
There you go. Yeah, Jane will be the background announcer or singer. So Foxy is wearing his hat. He's wearing his hat helm. His cat fox helm? Fox helm.
It's my fox helm, my fox hat. Yeah. I don't have a helmet like that yet. Like that. Yeah. I still have to get used to the camera this way.
Yeah, you gotta look.
Gotta look this way.
Yep, I'm over here.
Someday I'll have one like that.
Yeah.
Someday.
Amazon, man, it's so cheap. Or Frank's Party City, I think, is where this came from. I don't know. But it is pretty
awesome.
great. And it's got this little nose cutout. so that you can make sure the mask stays with the right eye hole placement by putting your nose right in it, you know? I feel
It's
like the
wonderful.
one thing with doing big commercials for retro game would be that it ends up going, buy this game, available, absolutely no way, suckers. Hope you got lucky in a used game store or eBay. See, and I think that would be great. Be like, get this game, ROM, anywhere on the internet. You know?
Well, if anybody has a game to sell, you know, maybe we could make a commercial for them and be like,
Now you're
yeah.
talking. Now you're talking. I think that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
That's not a bad idea.
So
Seems creative. There we go.
Yeah. Now let's look at for this week. So our high score for this week in Jackal. Who participated in this week's contest?
For Jackal, this week we had quite a few people that actually participated. We had Knocker Crazy, Sparky Bankman, Chili Palmer, 4Slippy, that's you, Cosmic Mercenary, RVK88, Foxyman1113, that's me, and Jane Bankman.
All right.
That's 8 of us. Woo!
So any of these people will be able to mention a game. Who participated this week in the monthly?
The monthly?
Yeah.
Well, for the monthly, everybody who scored higher than 68, 175, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong in there. Anyway, got an extra point. That would be myself, RVK, and RVK2K.
Wait, didn't I play on Sunday?
Huh?
Didn't I play it on Sunday, or was that 2 weeks ago?
That was 2 weeks ago you played it.
Oh, no. I got my Sundays mixed up.
Yeah, you played it 2 weeks ago.
I didn't get my point this week.
That's okay.
No.
I didn't get the prior week, but I got this week. So.
Oh man, I screwed the pooch on there.
That's okay.
You're tired of Golgo, huh? So what we have so far is the leader of the pack. Now, so who won this week?
Well, I kind of said it in the order of who participated. So Knocker actually came up with a score today to topple over Sparky's score at 411,710 points.
Wow. And then Sparky with 400,110 in this action game.
Sparky had quite a lead the whole time.
Yeah.
And then Knocker knocked him down.
Yep. Now that brings Knocker up to the lead with 9 points. Sparky and you at 7. Myself and RVK at 5. Owaz and Cosmic at 3. RVK, 2K, Mew Mew at 2. 65, Jane and Rich Chili Palmer at 1 point so far.
Jane got a point.
Yeah, and it's still anybody's game. Look how empty this board is right now. So empty. Anybody has a chance.
We're still just starting it off, guys. So, no problem.
Now, yeah, it was that we could replay a game after 2 years. So year 1 game will be available in year 3, year 2 available in year 4. Now, that's long-term plans. I'm pretty sure Rich did beat the boss, but he kind of speed runs a lot too, so I think that was part of his higher score. Jackal is really good, yeah. Now, remember, you can add up to 2 games if you're one of those people that participated, or you can pay using channel points to add wheels, or to add to the wheel. Anybody have anything?
I'll add my own wheel.
Yeah.
Yes. Yesterday I was playing a bunch of games, and oh no. What was it?
What saith you?
What saith I? Oh man. I think Cosmic even said it. Oh no. I'm scrolling back up to see the games that we played yesterday.
Got him, RVK. All right, Knocker, Rainbow Islands Extra Mega Drive.
I'm thinking Guerrilla War for the NES. Wait, do we have that already?
I'm pretty sure we did that one already.
We did that for the reviewers.
Oh, did we? We didn't do it for the high score challenge.
No, we didn't do it for the high score challenge.
Okay. Well, how do you spell gorilla? That will be G-U-I...
E-U-E. Rilla.
R Gorilla. What is it?
Guerilla.
Okay, so we're gonna do that as a war on the NES for Foxy Man.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Guerrilla War, like the band, exactly. That's why it's so hard to remember what it is because that band doesn't have spelled their own name. You know what I'm saying? So, does anybody else have any games they'd like to add in before we spin the wheel and see what our game of the week will be? How does that work, Foxy?
How does our wheel work?
Yeah.
What we do is we will spin this wheel 3 times. The person of the 3 choices that are on the wheel, or that we land on, the winner of this week, which is Knocker, will be able to veto one of those games. And then everybody else, in a poll, will vote for our game of the week out of the remaining 2 games.
Nice. All right. And then you and I will play them here to establish our initial scores.
Sounds good.
Now, Jane says, maybe I will look up some this week and use my 2 picks next week. Maybe. Well, your picks don't carry over. You use it or you lose it. So you got to play this week's game to recommend games for next week.
There's a lot of weeks that I can't think of a game to add to the wheel, so it's okay. But so you know what? True. If you participate this week, that's all it takes, and then you can have 2 more, or you can have 2 for next week. So.
Ooh, okay. Now, Cosmic, I got your Metal Slug 2. Your 1942. That's an interesting one. The original 1942, or the arcade, or where do you want to go with that?
Oh, the NES version.
NES.
I figured that.
Okay, we can do that then.
Now, Metal Slug 2, are we doing arcade or Neo Geo? Ah.
Oh, that's a good point. I just put it in there.
I think it's the same either way, but...
You know what's really funny? I was playing 1942 on Nintendo today. I was just sitting down playing it earlier.
Wow. See, you already got... Oh, that's not fair. You got a heads up on everybody.
Apparently. So, all right, I got that.
That's funny.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add? Yes, you could buy a CA wheel space Choco with the points on the channel points. All right.
Okay, that's really funny. Whenever I add a game, because I'm adding games to the wheel list, if you guys want to know what is on this wheel, in the spreadsheet, we have a tab that shows every game that we have. And it's all based around their system. It's alphabetical, so you can see all the games that are on this huge wheel that we've got going on right now. But I tried putting in 1942, and for some reason, because it's a number instead of a name, it goes to the right side of the bracket or whatever. It's like...
Yeah, you got to hit that alignment button up here. Right here.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
the alignment. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. But yeah, it's right there so everybody can see it. This is your one-stop shop spreadsheet for the Video Game Club and Reviewers Roundtable and the Challengers Arena High Score Club, known as Credits and Continues. Available to you at tinyurl.com/SLHSCC for Scanline Heroes. Credits continues.
Yes.
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 Change Metal Slug 2 to Metal Slug 4. Can do. Done.
Right.
Done, done, done. All right. Golgo 13, the Moffat Conspiracy. What is that?
Golgo 13.
RVK and Choco. Oh, wait. Hold on. Now we're getting a lot of stuff added in. All right.
Holy
Golgo
cow.
13.
Okay.
Now, you're saying for CA you want Golgo 13 on the SG 1000?
We've already... Oh, the NES version? Does the NES version have a high score?
I don't
know.
Well, we'll still add it, and if it doesn't when we test it, then it just loses. So that's okay.
RBK, you're driving me crazy with this Kyukoka Baku Gekitai. That's awesome, but it's a tongue twister.
All right, I'm not even gonna try and say it. I'm just adding it, and with that, I think we should shake this up.
That sounds
good. And see what games we have. What do you guys say? It's also called Dive Bomb. Well, thanks for telling us that after the fact here. All right. And remember, if you win, your name goes on the Challengers Arena Champion Trophy with the year that you won, 21 to 22 RVK 88. Challengers Arena Champion. Right there.
Beautiful.
I'm going to try and figure out some way to go on Amazon.com still and get him a trophy, but I haven't done that.
We'll get that.
I'm just lazy is what it is, RVK. It's not you, it's me. All right. Buy yourself a trophy and then act like we reimbursed you. Let's shuffle this wheel and spin it.
All right. And Knocker, you get to choose one of these 3 games to veto.
Moon Patrol!
Yeah! Finally one of mine. What else we got?
That was too funny. Donkey Kong 3 on the NES.
Yeah, that might be my own. We have no idea because nobody claimed it. So I'm going to claim it for myself. 2! Let's go for a 3rd one. Come on.
If you do, it's rigged. Super Castlevania 4 SNES. So,
no, I don't know if that's me or not either.
I don't know who that is. I'm guessing that's Mew Mew, honestly.
I'm pretty sure that's Mew Mew. But...
Yeah. Which one would you like to veto for this week, Knocker? Is it going to be Super Castlevania 4, Moon Patrol, or Donkey Kong 3?
Moon Patrol is a shooter, so we can't do that.
Oh, you're right. So let's roll one more then. Good call.
No!
Good call. All right, so it's Donkey Kong 3, Super Castlevania 4, or R-Type Leo is a shoot-'em-up. That's different, right?
Ooh. That's different.
Yeah, that's not the same.
I think so. Is that different enough? It's different than Jackal.
Is that different enough? What do you guys think? Is shoot-'em-up different from a shooter enough, or is that the same category?
You know, we'll leave it up to them. I feel like it's different enough because it's a different space shooter. You're going it's auto scrolling rather than you have the freedom to go up and down and shoot the way you want to and stuff like that. So
okay, I'll tell you what. Let's make it easy. Knocker says R-Type is different enough, but I don't know if I want to suffer through R-Type again. So are you going to veto R-Type?
Are we vetoing R-Type?
In which case, I guess I have to roll a different game anyway. So, right? No.
No.
Okay. Right. Okay, so R-Type Leo. Which one would you like to take out, Knocker? R-Type, Super Castlevania, or Donkey Kong 3? All right.
Do a poll between vetoing R-Type or Castlevania?
No.
No, Knocker, you have to decide. You have to decide, not us.
I don't know. That's your. I feel like this thing is sticking up my nose. See what I'm saying here? I'm gonna move this banner.
I've been wearing this enough. Like on Friday, I wore it when I was beating Super Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That I feel like it's become a part of my head. Like it's like those masks that are just like eventually it won't come apart. So yeah.
Okay, he gonna veto R-Type. That's pretty funny, man. I was thinking it would be cool if you know how they have those bunny ears. Well, I'll tell you the story. Remind me of the bunny ears and your fox ears. Okay, hold on one second. Which game for CA High Score Club? Is it going to be Donkey Kong 3 on the NES, or is it going to be Super Castlevania 4 on the SNES? You have 3 minutes.
Interesting.
So I was thinking it would be funny if you had, you know, those rabbit ears where you pull them and the ears go whoop whoop, you know, where they move when you pull the ears.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so what if there were, you know, fox ears like that, and you would pull them, and it would go, and they would go, you know.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, and I know like the there are the headsets you can get with like cat ears that actually will respond to you blinking and things like that, and it will actually move with you. So if I get fox ears like that,
yeah,
woo.
Yeah,
Woo.
dude, that would be awesome. That would be
oh my word.
Dude, that would be too cool, man.
It is 8-0 right now. Oh, we got one vote for Super Castlevania 4. 8-1.
Wow.
I think we're gonna be playing some Donkey Kong 3.
Do you know if it's available on the Virtual Console?
Donkey Kong 3, I believe it is.
On the Switch.
On the Switch, yeah.
Yeah,
I can even check because right now Lady Levi is playing Picross on the Switch. I can ask her real quick.
If you don't mind, if you could, because then that would tell us if even more people could play.
Yeah, I know she's playing right now, so I will be right back.
Check it out. We'll be here. Here we are, everybody. Alone again. It's just me and you guys. Let me ask you, community. Really is you eating, though? I mean, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for beginners, you don't even know. Do you know what I'm saying? No? Okay. That's good, because I don't either. So that makes like 20 of us or so. And thank you for being here. Also, I mean, by the by, thank you for coming and hanging out with us here on Scanline Heroes. This guy. Hey, Buster B. He wants another treat. So what do you got?
All right, I can confirm, yes, it is definitely on the Switch.
Okay, so you can play it with us, or anybody. Remember, you can be playing it at home. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna take this off now. You could be playing it at home. On the system while somebody else is playing it on their computer or their emulator or whatever the case may be, and that is totally cool. All we need is a picture showing what your score is. Preferably, well, required, the entire screen, please.
The nice part about with the Switch, it has a screenshot button, guys, in the bottom left.
Good.
So if you play it, take a screenshot with that, and you can actually connect it. If you have it, like, if you have a smartphone, you can actually scan and put it right on there, no problem. Otherwise, just take a nice picture if you can. Either way.
Nice. So we're gonna go with Donkey Kong 3 Game A. Is going to be our game.
All right, sounds good.
All right, now let's put this on the. Let's go ahead and load it up. I'll throw it up on the Discord real quick.
How many of you are familiar with Donkey Kong 3? I bought this from Funkoland thinking it was going to be like a step up from Donkey Kong Classic, like Donkey Kong Classic Collection, and it plays totally different. And yet I got into it. I got used to it. It gets tough.
Really?
Yep. I even have somewhere in my closet somewhere, I have the e-reader cards for this. I can play this on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how many e-reader cards that it takes, but I do have it.
That is something. Wow.
My old e-reader. I'm sure it still works.
Okay, it is in the thread for this week's games. I am going to hit start.
Good luck. You know what you're doing?
Nope. Am I just killing bugs, it looks like?
You're trying to get Donkey Kong to the top to get him out off the stage, but the bugs are attacking you at the same time.
So I want to get rid of Kong.
Yep, keep hitting Kong upwards. He's got a big spray up there that you can see. If he gets up there and hits it down, grab that spray. It's really strong. But these bugs are trying to take your flowers away, and you have to stop them from getting the flowers. But then you also have to get Donkey Kong off the screen. Powerful. Ooh, there we go. Get Donkey Kong out of there. There he goes. Yeah. First stage done.
I remember playing this game. I do remember playing this game. Mr. Perfect.
Nice. 2 stages done.
Nice. I would love to have been in the design meeting for this. Right? Right? Our shout-out command is a standard command, so anybody that is a streamer, feel free to shout yourself out. Oh no! Super Nintendo, Choco Smoke.
Yep.
Evil
Feel free
Armor,
to shout.
Anybody.
Yep. Feel free.
Damn it.
SO.
Okay.
It gets tough.
Yeah, and Ellie, feel free to throw in your the Almighty Backlog. Or the Almighty Backlog. Wow, what a score. Alright, you ready?
I'm ready. Oops, I forgot to turn the sound back on. Let's do that. I had the Genesis up, and it had, that Genesis sound. I had to... Let's reset.
Is that even Mario at this point?
This is not Mario.
It's not,
I forgot what his name was. Yeah, I forgot what his name is. So I'm going to call him, like, Bug Spray Bob or something. I don't know.
I think Rips a line of Coke is the most accurate part of that meeting, most likely. Let's see what the history book has to say on Donkey Kong.
You go ahead and do that. Yep, you go ahead and do that while I play. Sounds good.
You're already into it again? You're stuck in it again?
It's been a while since I played this, but I liked it. I had fun with this one.
We should do Donkey Kong Jr. Math.
Oh, no, please no.
Why not?
It's really not good. 2 plus 4. You have to like move Donkey Kong 6. You're done. It's so short.
This time the player controls Stanley, a pest exterminator who's a bit annoyed that Donkey Kong is hiding in his greenhouse. Donkey Kong hanging from 2 vines, and the aim is to continuously spray him with your bug spray to force him off the top of the screen while shooting the bugs that fly around and attack you. The game's repetitive gameplay and lack of spark made the previous games a smash hit, not to mention no Mario. Hudson Soft made a strange sequel to Donkey Kong 3 for Japanese computers. Features 20 levels set in the likes of a UFO, a pyramid, and an active volcano.
Huh. Active volcano? Active volcano.
An active volcano. Stuttering Stanley! Stuttering Stanley! That's what I think of every time I hear Stanley.
Oh, okay. I think Stanley Steamers.
Ooh,
they get carpet cleaner.
Yeah, my brother used to always work for them. Your dad was the president of Nintendo. That's awesome. My uncle, he works for Nintendo, and he said that there is a code to make Melina playable in Mortal Kombat 1 on the Super Nintendo, but only if you have the cartridge that has a red pin on the 3rd pin.
Ah. My dad was the president of Hyperscan.
Oh, Oh man, Hyperscan, the old the handheld player with the cards.
With the cards, yeah.
I had so many of those X-Men cards.
Oh gosh, I wanted to get into it more, but
Truth.
They never sold it. Oh.
In truth,
they never sold it anywhere.
They sold it at KB Toys in Pembroke Mall.
Oh man.
And I robbed that KB blinds. I was a kid. Came from a poor side of town. And I mean, I'm part of the reason they're out of business.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I did not know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I only got 2 flowers left on that one.
Man, Stanley, not a good exterminator.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes they're getting perfect.
Do you know, what? I just realized I am sitting here and you're playing the game.
Yeah?
And I'm sitting here watching you play, and I keep thinking, my God, you keep going to the same level and getting beat. You're terrible at this game. And then you keep restarting, and I was like, what are you doing? And then I realized I'm watching the demo on the screen. And I'm not.
Oh, you're watching the wrong. You're watching the wrong screen. That's what you're doing.
Screen? Yeah, yeah. Beer.
Yeah, I'm on round 10.
What's for dinner?
It's always this stage. I always lose 1 life, and this is probably where I'm going to lose my. Or this is where I'm going to game over.
You lose a whole life?
I'm going to get a game over here, guys. Oh!
Baby. Poor guy loses 1 life.
150,000. All right. Full screen. There we go.
You poor.
You want to go at it again?
I'm going at it again. You better believe it, baby cakes.
All right, go for it.
Let's do this. Stuttering Stanley, Stuttering Stanley.
Hey, Nintendo. Don't remind me of SNES Mortal Kombat, or else my shuffler is going to land on it again. Hey, okay. I had a talk with Evil Armor yesterday about that. Like, everyone praises the Genesis version because of the blood and all that, but I think the Super Nintendo played better, even though it had sweat instead of blood. I don't know. It's just me.
Do you know what it's like to be wrong?
Uh-oh, he's gonna fall. If he falls off, it's a death too. So.
Oh really? Oh okay. Well then let me just do this real quick. Get out of the way, you stupid bugs!
Yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta not hit them and wait for the bugs to kind of go. They are annoying. Yeah, the Genesis didn't have delayed controls, so I take that version any day. Okay. Doing good. Get him up there. God. Oh, he threw a coconut. Those worms. Is this stage 2? Are we?
Shut up.
I'm just...
Shut up. Fuck.
Uh-oh, he's gonna fall.
You're gonna fall if you're not careful.
I am gonna fall. Alright. Me and the purple fox, we believe. Go, Slippy! You almost got it! Yeah!
This is garbage!
No! The garbage! No! Alright. This is it. The Street Fighter for 3DO is awesome, by the way. I know, Evil Armor! Oh, that was one thing that I did yesterday. I wanted to see if I could get the Panasonic 3DO to work on RetroArch. And it works flawlessly. And we got a bunch of games to work yesterday, and I downloaded Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and that sound is beautiful. I just wish the controls were better. I could probably fix that. Oh yes! Go! Ah!
Cyber dildo. What?
Cyber Dillo?
Oh, I read that totally wrong. Hey, Ellie.
Who knew DK3 is what brought out the saltiest Slippy? I know! There's those few games. This is one of them. Oh, look at that. Super quick.
Yeah.
Now here's the stage that I always lose a life. But you You can beat it without without that. You know what? I'll give you a spot on the wheel. There we go. Don't lose a life. I'll give you a spot on the wheel. Or you can give yourself a spot on the wheel. I know that. But... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Watch out! Soccer Kid, good 3DO game. Really? I didn't know that was. I played I downloaded Strawl, which is a FMV game for the 3DO. I think that it's either the Saturn or CDI or something else. There was the same animation used for a game called Triad Stone. But Strawl's the one I played, and I actually beat it the other night. Oh, nice try. Alright, now you got this.
Game over!
I'm sorry, Slippy.
Your turn.
Alright. My turn. Alright, one more try on my end. Oh yeah, I did download Lucien's Quest. It's a one of the few JRPGs on on the 3DO, and it's not good.
Oh really?
It's up there with Quest 64 as far as quality goes. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Alright.
How are you that high already?
What do you mean?
What level are you at?
I'm only round 3.
Already? My god.
Yeah.
You're a monster.
Oh, no.
You're
I lost life there. I'm not a... Well, yeah, I guess I'm a monster. I like being a monster. This is my game. I gotta win this one. Donkey Kong 3, guys. It's my week.
It appears to be that.
No. Not yet. No, get back here. There we go. Alright. No, get out of here. Get out of here. No! Okay.
If I played Lagoon, I'd be yearning for Quest 64.
Wow. Crazy. Well...
Doubt that.
Normally, every other week I do a Cosmic Challenge, which is playing a Mega Man game, but I am skipping that this week because next Sunday I'm going to be playing a game that I completely dread.
So, here's how the story goes.
Alright, you can tell the story while I'm playing.
We'll tell it together.
Alright.
Back in the day, it was last December. The 80s Bros, who you can watch here on Monday nights, tomorrow night on the Scanline Heroes at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They are the best thing on the internet. And, you know, they played Kung Fu. The first time I ever saw them was them doing a mashup of Kung Fu and City Hunter, this NES driving game where you could jump between levels. It was weird. And they did a custom blend, if you will. City Connection, that's what it was.
Oh, City Connection.
And that was the first show I ever saw of the 80s Bros, and I was like, this is great. I love this. I've been watching ever since. I haven't missed a show ever since. Even when I had brain surgery, I watched it from the hospital. And so, come Christmas this past year, I get a box in the mail, and it's a complete in-box version of Kung Fu. I open it, I record a video opening it so I can show them and everyone. And Foxy says, I don't understand, that's not that bad. Kung Fu's it's fine. It can't be that bad. I'm sure it's fine. I said, let me show you. I played a level.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I played the first level, and he goes, yeah, this game looks fine. I could beat this game. I'll beat this game.
That's what we call the Athena effect, because everybody's played the first stage of Athena and are like, oh, this game's not bad, no problem. Then they wait till the later stages. But I did the same thing, guys. I'm guilty of the same mistake.
So Foxy says, well, I'll beat it. And then I said, I'll tell you what. Why don't you beat it on my birthday weekend? Be a little gift. You beat it. Yeah, you beat it, buddy. And well, that snowballed into he's going to beat it next weekend with 1cc as a gift. How do you like that? You're gonna 1cc Kung Fu, huh?
I'm gonna what? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I will try my best to 1cc. I will try my absolute very best in every possible way to 1cc that game.
Yo,
it is.
Would you rather play RoboCod or Kung Fu?
Would you rather play Kung Fu or RoboCod?
I think I'd rather play Kung Fu.
Really? Okay. I might want to play RoboCod.
I think I'd rather play Kung Fu.
The game has 7 stages.
Let's see what everybody thinks. That's a great question, Knocker. Let's see.
Oh, I wrecked my old high score. Yeah. Oh boy, guys.
Which I also have a full box copy of because of the Hades Bros. Oh my god!
You have both games. Wow.
I do.
It's a not an easy game.
Which would you rather play if you had to? James Bond 2 or Kung Fu?
Oh gosh, I forget what that does. Okay, doesn't matter.
I know it, Knocker. I know it. I don't live in Europe though. So, and Gracie owns Bubsy 3D. That's right. It's in her
Holy
room.
cow! You guys have like.
Bubsy
Wow.
3D is in Grace's room. It's the only video game in her possession. Yep.
There are arrows to go where I need to. Aren't the developers great? What?
Yo, that guy just beeline for you.
Stuff out of nowhere. Oh.
Wow, he just came in hot.
All right, 166, 500, guys.
Come on, you guys. What would you rather play?
Going one more time?
One more time.
All right. Yeah, I'm going RoboCod. 7 stages of Kung Fu, guys.
And you're gonna do it in one man, huh?
Oh, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my absolute best, guys.
I believe in you.
I will tell you this. Turn down the volume for stage 6.
Yeah?
There's one enemy that's really loud, and they spawn it like 20 times, and they all clash together.
Oh no.
But Super James Bond is still a 2.5 out of 5 game for my shuffler hasn't landed on it in a while, thankfully, but Kung Fu is freaking unplayable. Hey!
See, that's where we disagree.
I don't think it's unplayable.
Yeah, it's not unplayable at all.
I just think it's
it just sucks.
unfunnable.
Yeah.
It's a really sucky game.
Kung Fu or Bebe's Kids? Kung Fu.
Yeah, those two I would say Kung Fu. Yeah.
Now, the real question that I think, and I don't know why you just asked that, because the real question would be Kung Fu or I'm sorry, RoboCod or Bebe's Kids.
RoboCod or Baby's Kids? I would still go RoboCod.
I would go RoboCod. Yeah. Kung Fu or Cool World? I'd probably go Cool World.
Cool World. And this is the truth. Honest truth. You're gonna think this is crazy of me. I would choose Athena over Kung Fu.
Wow.
And for those who've been around that know me, quite well,
crazy.
That's how I'm dedicated to do my best at this game. No guarantees because there's a lot of RNG, but at the same time, I am so happy to hang this game up for the rest of my life.
I beat that level without losing a life.
Oh, you beat that level without losing a life? Wow.
Yeah, without even moving.
Well, there you go. You get an extra wheel space if you want.
This is the hard one.
While that's going on, I will post my high score. Let's see if I can post it without my thing blowing up. Nice.
Cool.
Very nice.
Superman
the hang of
better
it.
than Dark Castle.
Kung Fu looks like a shitty Swamp Thing ripoff. Cool World, Robocop Athena beats Kung Fu, beats Superman 64, beats Dark Castle. Dark Castle's rough.
This game's rough.
This game is definitely it's a rough arcade game, arcade style game. I'm fortunate. I'm happy that I don't know. I got a pretty decent score.
What's your score?
166,500.
You scumbag. 166,000?
Yeah. Hey, we've already got 112,000 and 77,000 on the posted. So good luck, guys. But I mean, look at your scores going up insanely, so you're fine.
This game cramps the thumb.
Yeah, because you tap it a lot.
Yeah, it cramps the thumb too much to be fun.
Oh, the coconut.
Oh, Coco.
Oh, nice
you're
save. I could go for some hot cocoa. No, I don't want hot cocoa. It's too hot. I do want some iced tea. I had some iced tea on Friday, and I spilled half of it on me, so on stream. So yeah, I stayed cool through the stream. Game over. Nice try. 93.4 it said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's my score with my stupid face in it. Yeah.
You're fine. Oh, say 90s thing. Who is going to say a 90s thing this time? You get to choose, Ken. Foxy or Slippy? Who's going to say?
Yeah, who's going to say?
90s? Just to let you know, I said an 80s thing already. So.
Ooh,
Oh no! Again. All right. Say a 90s thing. Let's go. Ooh. A 90s thing. Well, I'll go late 90s for some of you guys. Because, you know, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Ooh.
To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Because I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
Well,
huh?
If you're gonna do that, let me ask you just one question.
Yes.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Do I feel lucky?
Well, do ya?
Why do I know this and I don't know it at the same time?
Punk.
Punk.
No?
Sounds like Clint Eastwood.
That's right, and you can think about it during this break.
Okay.
슈퍼 게임보이 탄생! 게임의 세계가 달라졌다. 신나는 입체 광고, 생생한 입체 사운드, 슈퍼 게임보이! 슈퍼 게임! 삼성 슈퍼 게임보이!
win, to be number one, and to have fun at the same time.
アイルトン・セナの感性がレーシングゲームをさらなる進化へと導く。
And the challenge.
アイルトン・セナスーパーモナコ GP2 メガドライブからレーシングゲームのナンバーワングリッドへ。
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets the special Sega Genesis fighting system. It comes with Streets of Rage 2. He saves $40. He gets more moves. He gets more control. Now things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it. Sega!
Dude!
Hey!
You know what I just realized?
What?
Do you know who that guy is?
Yeah! I remember him back in the day. I remember him as the bully from Boy Meets World, but I don't remember him elsewhere. Isn't he in My Name is Earl?
He's in My Name
also?
is Earl. And then he stopped acting. And he got super in shape and joined a cult.
Really? That I did not know.
Yeah, Ethan Suplee.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't know the name. I love this commercial. The new Mortal 2.
Whoa.
Sorry, I just ruined it already.
Alright. Hey, there's an easier way to get color. Get a Game Gear, the full color portable with over 150 games, like the new Echo, Mortal 2, and Sonic Triple Trouble.
That was great. So we are going to bring to you today none other than the game that our friend Chazzy put on the board about 7 months ago. Now it has been found. Where did I go? I don't know. Now it has been found.
Is Chazzy here that he wants to play the game?
That's a great question. I haven't seen Chazzy, so I just assumed he wasn't. But yes, if Chazzy is here, you of course have the option to play the game, The Ooze.
Let me turn the sound back on.
Let me read a little bit to you about The Ooze.
Sounds good.
Then can you allow the intro to play?
Oh, yeah. Please. You know what? Just reset it.
Brought
we'll let
to
it go.
1995, published by Sega, made by Sega Technical Institute, as you see on the screen. Research scientist Dr. Kane discovers that the corporation he's working for has created a plague designed to wipe out humanity and is planning to use the cure to hold the world for ransom. But before he can do anything, he's captured by the evil director. Injected with chemicals and dumped into waste, but it doesn't kill him. Instead, he turns into a sentient blob of green ooze. It's up to Dr. Ooze to slush around the corporation's buildings, 5 large areas, punching and spitting at enemies until he can find and destroy the director. Along the way, he can collect DNA helices. You need to get all 50 for a good ending. Otherwise, you're doomed to be blobby forever. The Japanese cover of this game has a reversible cover. One side pretends the game is a heavily censored 18-only grindhouse grot, while the other pretends it's a classy romance novel. And Mew Mew shared some information with us about the Ooze and what happened with it in Japan. And do you want to share that with us, Foxy?
I can just summarize it if you guys want to see the video. It's on Discord. But apparently at the time, they were bringing over a bunch of games over from overseas at the time. And to Japan, they brought over the Ooze to Japan. And as kind of a fun gag title or box or whatever, they put all these things like 18 plus and adults or whatever. It was kind of supposed to be like a joke for them to grab, to be like, oh wow, 18 plus, haha. Even though in the corner it still says E for everyone or whatever. The game only sold like 800 copies over in Japan, but
it came out when the Saturn was out. So
yeah,
it's a really end of cycle game. It's an old game for the system to be releasing when a brand new system is out. So you don't really want to cover it, you know?
Yeah, a lot of them over in Sega Japan didn't really care for the whole concept of the ooze. They didn't think it looked appealing for one. So
right.
But I mean, bringing over games, you know, like Sega Technical Institute, which you see right now.
Yes.
At the time that there was a lot of conflict going on at the time, most of the staff, if not all, at the time, were based in America and not Japan. So you already had like this conflicting, you know, the Japanese views to the American views of Sega. So bringing this over, it was kind of a, you know, they had to try to sell it. They wanted to try to sell it, and yeah, it didn't sell too well. But
so considered to be the rarest game for the Japanese Mega Drive. Why don't you take us through a bit of the ooze?
All right, I will start playing some of it. While I play some of it, for those who are watching, I'm going to ask a quick question. If you guys answer the question, don't look up on Google. I mean, you probably will. Try not to. If you get the answer right, I will give you a free spot this week on the Reviewers Roundtable wheel. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So the question is, Sega Technical Institute. They developed this game. Oh yeah, start. Come on.
Right.
Okay. They developed this game. Could you name me 2 other games that they worked on?
If you can name 2 other games that they worked on and made.
Yep. First
we will
game.
Give you
or
a
first
free
one.
space.
Yes. I played this. Actually, I did play this quite a bit. Yesterday night. And I played it today some too. And this week got pretty busy with a few things. And a lot of it I watched Ken and Chris play and kind of got a little insight on that as far as what to do.
Knocker says Bug on the Sega Saturn and Sonic Spinball.
Spinball is correct.
What about Bug?
I don't think Bug is correct though, but I should double check that.
Okay, you check it out. Now Knocker also gives a review. I didn't get to play this one. Saw some gameplay and a review for it. Genesis, it looks quite good, especially the animation. Music sounds good, unlike what we had with Wolverine. However, the game looks frustrating, especially with how big the puddle is. The puddle grows as your health grows. I gotta try this sometime, but certainly not something I would go out of my way to play. 3.5 out of 5. I think you should go out of your way to play it. It's a pretty great game, in my opinion. Now, what's really cool is you have this punch attack and you have the spit attack, but the punch attack is quite versatile. Foxy, did you figure out that the punch attack allows you to direct it and drive it, so to speak?
Yes. I learned if you hold it down, you can punch in different directions.
Yeah, you can angle it to different areas, which is really cool that you can do that, I thought.
Yeah. There are poles and stuff that you can latch onto and kind of hookshot yourself across. Yeah. I think that's really cool. I learned that while I was playing. Yeah. Then you can spit. Spitting's fine too, but
the spitting.
I love the sound.
The spitting is like a stun move.
Yeah. I think the sound effects, the burping, and all the sounds are actually pretty awesome.
Ellie says, I tried to think of, or this looks kind of like one of those games that was made to be like, check out this console's processing power with all the funky fluid movement of the ooze. It's such a late model game. It came out at such at the end of the life cycle. It really knows how to use all the processing power of the system. So it really is a technical powerhouse, this game. Now, you don't quite see it to our fullest advantage because, I mean, he's across the country playing the game and I'm live streaming to you from him. So, you know, he's coming to me and I'm coming to you, and then, you know, you're getting some lag and some slowdown there. But, yeah, it is an impressive game, and it sounds really cool. The soundtrack is really good.
When it starts, I thought it was Don't Stop Believing, when it's like, a bum, 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 bum. And then there's this part right here. Da, 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 da. It reminds me of the show from Nickelodeon called Danny Phantom. Which, I don't know if anybody remembers that. I think it was like early 2000s, but just that theme song.
Yeah, and so...
This part.
Oh, yeah, the breakdown.
Do, 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 do. Oh no! The spikes are hitting me. Ah!
So, moving is very easy, ultimately. You really direct the center forward, and the rest of it follows you. Your hitbox is really your head.
Yep.
So the rest of your body can go around stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's your head that's the hitbox. Yeah, see, he just got burned through his head.
Oh no! Taking so many hits.
Yeah, you are actually taking hits on the sides with the fire. The fire hurts you. But yeah, you're pretty small now.
Yes, I am.
And then of course you can eat people if they produce ooze when you kill them. You are trying to find your helices to become a human again at the end of the game. The game over screen, I think, is one of the best parts of the game, is the game over screen to the end credit screen. Very funny comparison there that we'll look at.
Definitely. By the way, Vector Man is definitely not from the Sega Technical Institute, unfortunately. But...
No.
So far we've got nobody. 2 games, guys. Now, Knocker said 1. Sonic Spinball.
So you just have to name one more.
You have to name one other game from the Sega Technical Institute. Okay, now I don't know where to go from here.
Looking it up like I'm doing.
You can look it up if you want. I have a list on the side.
Oh, you can look it up apparently. He just said.
Oh,
I like that.
Oh, I did because how else was I going to ask the question?
That's a good point. Oh wait, what games did he say?
He said, I don't think... He said Vector Man and Bug were... Bug wasn't it.
Oh no, he said Sonic Spinball and Bug.
Yeah, Sonic Spinball and Bug.
Yeah, they didn't make Bug.
He said Vector Man.
They did not make Clockwork Knight.
Nope.
They did not make Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Nope.
This music is kicking.
Yep. It is. Except I'm gonna die. I'm so low. Oh, I need the jeans. Yeah, jeans. Alright. But yeah, one more, guys. Oh, wait.
Comic Zone is one of them.
That is one of them. Correct.
They made Dick Tracy, Kid Chameleon, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Comic Zone, The Ooze, Die Hard Arcade, and then they had a canceled game. Can you tell me about that at all?
Me, or do you want them to guess?
You. What can you tell me about that?
There was a game that was supposed to come out for the Sega Saturn called Sonic Extreme. And they were given the task to work on it. And, oh my gosh, I'm so low on health. Yeah, that never came to be. So, yeah. That's why we didn't get we didn't get a Sonic, or true Sonic game on the Saturn.
Sonic Extreme.
Yep. They were trying to get it to work, or trying to get it to function, but I think, like, one of the head developers got, like, severely ill while working on it. Oh my gosh! Ah! Oh, I'm gonna die. There's death.
Bump.
Yep. So, yeah, Sonic Extreme was a canceled game. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was a surprise for me, and I realized that was a joint effort between Sega Technical Institute and I believe just Sega of Japan.
Oh, okay.
I believe, or Sonic Team Sonic. I don't know. I remember it was both an American and Japanese effort to bring that game together. So.
Team Sonic Racing.
Team Sonic Racing. No, Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed.
Yes.
That was my jam.
That's
Love
the
that
game
game
right there. That is
yes.
the game.
That's one of my favorite Sega games.
Yeah, that game is too good.
But then it teased us with a Skies of Arcadia stage. I want more Skies of Arcadia.
That it
yes.
did. That it does. And you can
but-
play as that guy in it too. You can be one of the
Vice?
characters, yeah.
Yep. Vice the Pirate. Yeah.
Ooh,
You
speed
can
up.
play as. Yep, speed up. Here we go. All right, come on. I don't know where I'm going. Wait, did I go this way? This is the beginning. No! Oh! No, wrong way! Ah! Go! Okay, good. Oh, eat you! No! Stop hurting me! Okay, there we go.
Sonic CD is the sequel the Japanese team made while the US team worked on Sonic 2. Is what Knocker says.
Okay. Whoa, the fire. Okay, I can't get through there. I have to get through here. Come on. No!
Oh, you got burnt.
Ah! But yeah, I was surprised that. Oh, am I done? Oh, I got one life left. Okay. I was surprised that they worked on Kid Chameleon.
Yeah, me too.
I played that a few years ago, and I beat it.
Oof.
It was kind of painful.
Yeah, I mean that's over
Those stages
100
were really
levels.
tough. Yeah.
And they're all just mazes. It's 100 mazes.
Yep. I think I have to go backtrack to get down there. Yeah, here's the speed. Okay, first off. Oh, shoot. Come on. Spit! Can I not spit when I'm speeding up?
I don't think you can.
Oh! No! Oh, shoot. No. I have to get, for some reason, there's a checkpoint that I didn't get. Oh. It screwed me over. Oh!
Oh, man. You're going down.
Yeah, I'm going down. There's the checkpoint I need, but...
And when I was playing this game this week, I found that this game was quite difficult.
It is! Look at I'm already so small! Oh no! Ah! Fire!
This game is really hard.
It is really hard, but I'm
Yeah.
trying my best. Doing my best with it. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. I didn't get to play it too much, but for the little bit that I've played, it controls well. I like the controls. The music gave me the Danny Phantom memories I like. Oh, I can't spit. I'm too small. All right, I have to just. Oh no. Okay, this is where I died last. Oh, is that the exit? Oh, no! There's the exit! No!
Choco says I've played it a bit, and I can say it's not a bad game. It's not. It's a fun game. It's a different game. Like, I don't think there's any other game that you'll find like this game in all of gamingdom. You know,
No,
I don't
isn't.
know of any other. Maybe Katamaru Damacy. Maybe you could say is like it in that you roll and collect things and you become bigger. But yeah, it's a very different game from any other games. It looks really good. It's got a great soundtrack. It's fun to play, but it's really hard. When you get the manual for it, you'll see that it goes over everything and explains it quite in depth. But even knowing everything about the game, it's still quite a hard game to play. There's a lot of things like you can see these vents around this establishment as he was going to the south here. And the vents you can travel through, but it can be hard to see that you can go through those vents sometimes.
Because there's a lot of brown going on here.
Yeah, it's hard to see what is in the walls or where the walls are, or that you can go up and get something from inside that vent. You know, it can be kind of hard to see that. And
this is cool, though. Oh, can I not get through there? No. Okay.
RVK throwing out some heat, saying 23-3-900. Beat that, Foxy.
RVK, no.
It is Donkey
right.
Kong 3, Choco. This is the Reviewers Roundtable game.
Yeah, this is a different game. But I've had a good time playing this. You're right, it is tough. It's hard to see sometimes what to do, but as a kid, I would have loved this. Even now, I enjoy playing it some. It is a solid 3.5 for me. I think it's a great game.
I give it the same.
It's a game because, yeah, it's one I would play again. I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to play, but if someone is like, "Hey, give this game a try," I would have a good time playing it. I'd be like, "All right," I'd be happy to play it.
You know,
so yeah,
I dig it, but I also think, like, you know, when you say I want to go out of my way to play it, Knocker said that also. I can't help but think, but what's going out of your way? Loading a different file? I mean,
no,
you know, it's not even.
I meant like, oh, like I'm gonna play on Friends Friday. I'm gonna just play any random game.
Okay.
Oh, I'll throw on the ooze to play. But if someone's like, "Hey, you want to play this game so you can get the farthest?" I'd be like, "Yeah, let's go for it."
Okay.
You know, I'd be
okay.
You know,
I dig
or like if someone gave me a challenge with this game, you know, get to a certain point, points wise or whatever, I'd be excited to play it.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I wouldn't just choose the game to play, but at the same time, I wouldn't be disappointed if the game was chosen for me to play.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
How do you beat? Whoa! No.
Don't get sucked up by the ooze now.
I'm trying to figure out how to fight this thing.
Maybe you got spit at it. Maybe just leave it.
I think I'm just gonna leave it for now because I have no idea.
Oh,
what?
That's a game over.
I was attacking.
No! Now, Chris and Ken each gave this game. Chris gave it a 3, and Ken gave it a 3.5, saying, "I diggity dig it. I had fun."
I did write that down on Monday.
Yes. And Knocker is giving it a 3.5. Would anybody else like to rate this game with us? So far, we're sitting at a 3.4. It's a pretty good game.
I thought it was a game over, but I gained a life apparently.
Oh.
I'm still going, guys.
Yeah, you are. Oh, Mew Mew and Cosmic ranked it early. Thank you, Cosmic. I will go and find those.
All right.
Mew Mew says, I'm giving my score here a solid 3.5 from Mew Mew.
Okay. Got some yard work to do to finish up. All right, Nintendo.
Have a great day.
Nice chatting.
See you later, buddy. And then Cosmic.
Oh.
Where's Cosmic?
Oh my gosh, I'm getting attacked.
I don't see it in the Reviewers Roundtable. Maybe you gave it here. Right above
It was...
Must be
it was
back.
a little earlier I saw it.
Oh, earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It looks fun, pretty unique. I'll give it a 4 from Cosmic. Sorry I missed that.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And then Mew Mew with the 3.5, but he's going to move it to 3.7. All right.
Whoa, okay.
Jumping up. Sorry I missed that, gentlemen. Choco is going with a 3.5 for this one. Yeah, this game,
Okay.
I mean, honestly, it's a really fun game. I definitely recommend trying
I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, just try and get through a couple stages. Spit at it.
Spit at it?
Yeah, spitting at it freezes. It's like a stun. Spitting is like a stun.
Okay, but...
When it opens its mouth to spit its tongue out you.
Oh, I have to time it. Okay. All right. That did work. Nope.
Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe you
I
have
don't
to.
think that.
I think maybe you have to push something to get it to disappear.
It may be. I'm gonna look around and see.
Yeah.
See if I missed something back here.
When you spit,
I don't know.
I think you do lose a little bit of ooze. Yes.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing. Going to bed. I like the game like for an hour, but it wasn't really something I could spend hours on completing. It's a 2.5 for me. That's.
I do
Alrighty.
agree with that, RVK. I do agree with that, but I do find myself going back and playing it a lot.
All right, RVK, have yourself a good night. Yeah.
Okay.
Feel free to say what game you're going to add, and we will add it to the wheel.
Yeah, what would you like, sir? Osman Arcade. Oh, you don't even... Oh, well, hold on a second. Let's see here. Now, you have Brave Fencer Musashi on here. You're saying you want to add Osman Arcade as just an extra game.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay. He redeemed a wheel space.
All right. This will stay on here for... We switched it to 2 weeks. It'll stay on here for 2 weeks now.
All right.
Yeah, okay, cool, awesome.
I don't know what I'm doing here. You know, I will... I'll figure it out another time.
There you go. There you go.
All right, I lose. Now you get to see your game over screen here.
All right, so check this out.
Okay.
Mr. Big of the corporation has you in a lava lamp.
That's
and
awesome.
You are his personal desk lava lamp. Allow me to show you the good ending for the ooze.
Oh, please do. Here, I'll turn my volume off so we can see it. Good ending. There was no way I was going to get the good ending. Sensors. That's awesome. I love that pose right there. That's cool. That's it? Wow. I mean, cool.
That music, though, so good.
That was solid.
Yeah, so, you know, he becomes a lava lamp instead of you becoming a lava lamp. I'd say it's a pretty solid win there.
Yeah. So you're giving it a 3.5?
Yeah, I think I put mine in there. Yeah.
All right. What are we sitting at right now?
A 3.4.
Oh, that's
yeah.
That's great.
So, and you know, and I agree with RVK, where I don't find myself ever going to beat this game, but I find myself going back and playing it and getting a little bit further, or sometimes not as far because I get frustrated. But it is a fun game, and there's really nothing like it. It's a really,
it controls really well.
Game. It does. It really does.
I'm impressed with that, actually.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I thought it would be a little clunky, but no, it controls well. And the sound effects are good, are great for the Genesis.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. Hello, Ladybug!
Hello, Lady Luck! Welcome!
Hello, welcome. So yeah, unless we have any more entries, we're going to put this one at a 3.4.
Wonderful.
That is very good. Quite amazing.
Very happy with that.
Yeah, it's a good game and a good score. And there we have... Oh, that's too dark. There we go. 3.4 on the board.
3.4 for the Ooze.
Let's see what we got on the wheel.
Okay. Should we go over the rules of the wheel?
I think so. Why don't you go ahead and hit us with those?
All right, guys. For the Reviewers Roundtable wheel, you can add a game if you haven't already. You can change the game that's on the wheel if you have one. You can redeem an additional wheel space that will last for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And your choice is only available if you are there that night. So if you're not here tonight, which if you're listening, I'm pretty sure you're here tonight. But if we land on someone that's not here, or no, actually no, we will not invalidate. We'll
uncheck it.
We'll uncheck it.
Yeah.
So they don't get chosen. So only the ones that are here tonight will get a chance at the game of the week.
There you go. Let's see what we got.
Yes.
From
All
Foxy, right. Conquest of the Crystal Palace.
Been there for 8 months. Let's see if we can finally get it.
From Mew Mew, he has for his last night on here, Clockwork Knight on the Sega Saturn. He also brings us a mystery game as his normal game. I am bringing you Robotica on the Sega Saturn. Chazzy is not here to give us his new game, The Ooze. Knocker has SOS Sink or Swim. He's also going to get a free game space. Spyro the Dragon on the PS1 from Mew Mew. Super Bonk from Cosmic. Virtual Bart from Sparkay.
Ooh,
Brave
Bart.
Fencer Musashi from RVK. Bonkers for its last night on here from Knocker. And Golvelius, oh, that one's not going to be on here. And then Ozman from RVK for an extra space.
Yep, RVK was here tonight, so his will count.
Yeah, so. And what would you like, Knocker, as your free space?
Yep, your free space for answering.
No, this is a tonight-only thing.
Yep, you only get... Yep, it's only for tonight, so...
You can extend Bonkers next week when it's
expired. Yep, next week. If we ask another question next week, you can have Bonkers be that you know.
Mega Man 7 on the NES. All right.
The SNES.
SNES.
Wow. I know a lot of people have played the classics, but how many have played the Super Nintendo one? All right.
Yeah. Oh, we'll remind you. No worries. All right. And if anybody else would like to make a change, now would be the time to do that. There you go.
Ears of Luck. Wait, do I have it on right? Yes, I do. All right.
There you go.
Here we go. All right.
All right, everybody. I am going to shuffle the board here.
Let's get ready.
All right. You got your stretch on. You got your stretch. You know, I can't shuffle the board and shuffle myself as easily.
So then I will shuffle twice as hard for both of us.
Yes, I'll try, but let's do this then.
All right.
Mew Mew says I can't make a change. Okay. No problem. So let's do this. Here we go. And number 1, shuffle. And number 2, shuffle. And number 3, shuffle. All right, let's roll that wheel.
All right.
For this
what
week,
do we have? Our game of the week.
Brought to you by us. Clockwork Knight on the Sega Saturn from Mew Mew.
Wow.
Nice work. Nice work.
Is that our first Sega Saturn game?
It sure is.
Oh.
It sure is. Let me throw the external hard drive on so I can pull the game up for you guys. Gracie, would you mind turning on the Sega for me?
Huh? Oh. And then everything crashes on me. Of course it does. Oh. Clockwork Knight. Interesting. Am I still here or am I broken? Hello. Oh, Slippy's muted. Oh.
Oh, am I? I'm sorry. Okay.
Because my thing crashed a little bit. I thought, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry about that. All right, I am going to ufile to to log in real quick. Sorry about that.
No problem. Oh, good. I'm still here.
Yeah. Let's go with this one.
So while he's doing that, any plans this week for anybody? I'm going to be practicing Kung Fu till I'm going to lose a lot of sleep trying to beat this game.
Yeah, you are. Okay, that is uploading.
But also some Donkey Kong 3 for the high score. RVK is in the lead.
Nice.
Oh, Knocker's going to finish up Wily Wars on Friday. Nice. You're going to try DK? Oh, Donkey Kong 3 or? Yeah, oh, yep, DK3. Yes. Some good old Donkey Kong 3. I'm not going to do a Cosmic Challenge this week because with Kung Fu next week, I need to... On Friday, I need to wind down with just a game to play that I'm not, like, constantly on a challenge mode for. I might just goof off with, you know, a few of my favorite NES games, Super Nintendo games, maybe even an N64 game. You know, just kind of take it easy, and I'll keep watching Knockout Wily Wars, or if anybody else wants to join me, or you're gonna play some Monster World 4. Wait, that's the Genesis game, isn't it? That one's amazing. I haven't played that in a long time. I have Monster World 3. Hold on.
All right. Do ya?
Oh no, I have Wonder Boy 3. I'm sorry.
Nice.
In the case, action. It still has the clip from where they used to hang them up at the stores and stuff. So.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Okay, I have our link. So let me put our link up here for you.
Let's see. Sega for the 90s.
Nice.
The sticker. Love that sticker.
I almost wrote Monster Boy.
I was going to say Monster. Yeah.
What is this? Clockwork Knight for the Saturn is this week's game. Okay.
I'm scared to play Dr. Wily's Revenge. Nah, I'm not scared. I need to wind down this week to make sure, because Kung Fu's going to wear me down.
There you go. There you go. All right, so let's add that one in, which is Clockwork Knight on the Saturn from Mew Mew. And then we have our game filled in for Donkey Kong 3. Yup. Cool. Awesome. So that is all done then. I can't get my Saturn to turn on like happens to me all the time. So
oh no.
Yeah.
Let's see if I could download this without everything breaking.
Yeah, it happens to me a lot though, so it's no biggie. But I can open it anyway because I have RetroArch with the Saturn on my PC.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and open it anyway.
Sounds good. I was playing Magic Knights Rayearth for the Saturn.
I love that game. It's one of my favorite games.
It's really good. It's really good. Well, I used to watch the anime. Still have all the VHS tapes in my closet.
Nice. I have the anime on Blu-ray.
Cool. I have the second season on DVD and the first season on VHS. I don't have any Blu-ray.
Nice. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I don't have the core downloaded, so I'm going to show you this video real quick of the intro to Clockwork Knight. Here you go.
That works.
From Saturn Memories. Oh, wait, hold on. It's not showing. Give me 1 second. You can hear it.
I can hear it just fine. It's an interesting game.
Great game.
Dear friend, it's midnight. Welcome to the club.
Oh, I got the game up and running on my end.
Nice.
Come on now, everyone. It's alright.
This intro is amazing. Man, as a kid, oh man, like I just think back to seeing this kind of thing in the magazines, Game Informer and such, and be like, I want to play more 3D games like this. This is way before N64 and what we knew could happen with these kind of games.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Looking for your dream job?
How long is this intro? It's amazing.
It's a really great intro.
And Shantae's in it. Wow. It goes a long time. Aww.
Let's have big clap your hand and smile when you go real high. So the kids are sleeping off, go stay home. Here is time for on a fun. Has just begun. Everyone, hurry,
Oh, poor guy.
Yep, poor guy.
Poor guy.
Back then, though, we never got intros like that.
Nope.
I mean, like this. Not in any way, shape, or form. I'm not talking the game up in any way. I'm just saying we never got this kind of thing.
Sure. Look at him, he's on the broom horse. They're going to save the lady of the clock.
Wow. Now, who chose Clockwork Knight? That was
Mew Mew.
Mew Mew. I was say if Mew Mew wanted to play it next week, fine. Otherwise, we'll have to fight for it next week.
That's right. Look at that name, Clockwork Knight, Pepper O'Chow's Adventure.
Pepper Ochow.
Pepper Ochow. Now, so here's the game itself.
Yep. I got the game working on my end too.
This is what we'll be playing for this week.
This is Betsy's room for those who aren't curious. Because I know you were curious, right?
Yeah. These are the tricks, the hot tips.
For those who are curious, Beetle Saturn is the way to go when it comes to playing this game. That's the core I use, and it's running just fine on my end. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what we'll use. Beetle Saturn.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have to get Slippy Saturn getting up and running so that it'll work fine. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Arg. Arg. Well, with that, it's another successful, amazing night for the Scanline Heroes, huh?
I agree. I had a lot of fun with the games we played tonight. Looking forward to the games coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to them.
And make sure to tune in early next week.
Yes! Because what's happening next week is, what time, we're going to have to figure out what time we're going to start that. Maybe 6, maybe 5:30, maybe 6:30.
Maybe 5:30 or so. We'll do it, we'll need some time.
yeah, Foxy is going to need some time to cry a lot, so...
Yes.
He's going to need time.
That'll give me an 8-hour cry session before I play. That'd be perfect. So.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
So expect a long stream next time.
Yeah. It's going to be good, and he's going to be doing a lot of crying. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it so much. You guys are the best.
Yes.
And so we have a redemption available to guide the raid, but this week, since nobody took it, I'm going to guide the raid because somebody we've never seen before, but is playing one of, I think, the most underrated games to ever exist, in my opinion.
I'm really curious now.
So I hope you guys enjoy it. I give you Rat 707. So thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you, Foxy, for hanging.
Yeah, thank you, Slippy. Thank you for another great night.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for joining us tonight, guys. We appreciate your input with the Reviewers Roundtable.
We welcome your fighting spirit in the Challengers Arena, and we hope you'll get out there for that monthly melee too. I've been Slippy,
and I've been Foxy. Have fun storming the castle this week.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.